Hi, I'm Mark Opperman, president of VMC Incorporated, and I want to talk to you today about something I call the power of the PCT. PCT is professional client transaction. And first of all, I guess we want to make sure that we define that correctly. A PCT is where a doctor is involved in delivery of service. So let's say, for example, a veterinarian is in the exam room. He or she is doing a comprehensive physical exam. They are doing laboratory work. They even sell flea control heartworm medication. They would get credit on all of that. They are involved in delivery of service. That would be in their PCT. If a client came in a week, a month later to buy some more flea control or heartworm medication, and if that were done over the counter, then that is not part of the PCT. That would go into the hospital provider code and not the doctor's production code. So, professional client transaction is where a doctor is involved in delivery of service. The national PCT is $191, and let's roughly call that $200. And obviously that means that half of the veterinary world is making more than the $200 PCT, half is making less than that 200 PCT. But this is what I really wanted to focus on. I just got off the phone with one of my clients and we're doing our monthly financial review. And one of the doctors in that practice had an average PCT of $247 for the month. Another doctor, same practice, her average was $135. Now, both of these veterinarians are GP veterinarians, both doing the same services. Nobody's board certified. No one's doing high-end dentistries. They're both, again, pretty equal within the practice. And we're talking about a $112 difference in their PCT. That's pretty significant. Now, in this particular practice, that one doctor that was doing the 135 average transaction did 225 invoices in that month. If I take the difference between the 247, our higher doctor, and the 135, the lower doctor, the difference again being $112, and I multiply that times 225, that is $25,200 in 1 month that a doctor could have, should have produced within that practice. If we annualize that out and multiply that number times 12, well, $302,400 of revenue is being left on the table in that practice. Now, the difference of $112 is really not common. We don't see that big of a difference between doctors, but let's look at a $20 difference between two veterinarians within the practice. Again, take that $20, multiply it times the 225 transactions the doctor did in that given month, and that's $4,500 difference between the doctor who did $20 more and the doctor who did $20 less. Annualize that out, $54,000 over the course of 1 year. That's a lot of money, and that's just with one full-time equivalent veterinarian. Now, I think that's one part of the scenario, if you will, but the other side is I think clients are getting a different experience seeing that one doctor than they are the other. The client who is seeing the doctor, that is averaging a 247 is getting a completely different experience than the one that is generating a $135 PCT in that practice. Probably that lower per client transaction doctor is in a pretty fast mode, get in the room, get out of the room. Maybe we're not spending as much time educating the client, offering a full service approach, asking clients, when's the last time that we've done a fecal on Fluffy? What kind of flea control are you using? What kind of heartworm? What diet are we utilizing, etc.? Probably that lower transaction doctor is not doing those things. The client comes in for a rabies vaccine, that's what they're getting, and they're going out the door. Where again, the doctor with the higher client transaction is indeed marketing services and educating the clients. So it's a very, very different experience. And I think that sometimes that could be very disconcerting to your clients as well. So the power of a PCT. Look at that professional client transaction among your doctors. Is there a big difference? A lot of people think it's because somebody's doing more surgery or doing more dentistry, and that's just not always the case. You're going to find out it's because we're not offering another product or another service, and again, clients are getting a very, very different experience. I hope you look into that, and I hope it helps to bring your practice to the next level as well. Thank you very much.